Yes, unfortunately, yes, there's a new COVID strain. Ang tawag dito ay Nimbus.
Hi everyone, it's Samantha Purvor and welcome yet to another episode of Let's Talk Wellness with Watsons. Uso na naman ang sipon at ubo as the weather turns and minsan, feeling natin parang nilalagnat na rin tayo. Ito na kaya yung flu-like symptoms? Let's talk about it. Pero before anything else, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more health tips. Our guest doctor for today is Dr. Pichi Natividad, who also specializes in pulmonary and critical care as well as internal medicine. Nice to meet you, Doc.
Hello, Sam. Nice to meet you too, and nice to meet everybody.
Doc, alam mo naman, pag maulan o panahon ng sakit, madalas natin marinig yung terms na flu-like symptoms. What exactly does that mean?
Sam, yung flu-like symptoms, usually kasama dyan, pinalagnat, meron ubo at sipon, pwedeng maaaring masakit yung lalamunan, tsaka yung nasakit yung katawan. Pero gusto ko lang ito linawin, Sam, and everybody. Yung lagnat, dapat tinitake ng thermometer. Hindi pwede yung gumaganon lang. Tapos, naku, Dok, may lagnat ako. Hindi pwede yung ganon. So, yung thermometer, titingnan natin yung temperature natin is 37.5 degrees and above. Yun ang lagnat. Yung ubo at sipon, madalas din nangyayari yan kasama ang mga flu-like symptoms. Yung sipon, pwedeng una malinaw yung lumalabas sa ilong, mamaya nagiging mas malapot. Pati yung sa pag-ubo, pwedeng clear muna, tapos mamaya nagiging mas malapot. Tapos, always accompanied by parang masakit yung katawan at parang madaling mapagod. Yun yung flu-like symptoms.
So, Doc, bakit uso yung mga symptoms na katulad niyan, especially during either rainy weather or a cold season?
Yes, mas uso yan during rainy weather, cold season dahil pag rainy weather, cold season, mas madalas yung mga tao nasa loob lang ng bahay. Ayaw lumabas kasi uulanin o kaya malamig o kaya nasa loob ng workplace. And so kung kunyari ako, meron akong viral infection, yung pangkaraniwang ubo at sipon. Pag kunyari meron ako nun, nandun ako sa loob ng bahay, mas madali akong makakahawa ng lahat ng kasamahan ko. Ang problema pa niyan, pag kunyari meron akong viral infection, yung ordinary cold and cough, pwedeng nakakahawa na ako even kung wala pa akong simptoma. So nakakahawa na ako, tapos pag nagkasimptoma ako, pwede pa rin ako makahawa at least until 1 week after nag-start yung symptoms. The cold weather also, in itself, pwedeng nakakaroon ng irritation yung mga daanan ng hangin. And so that makes us more vulnerable, mas madali tayong matatabunan ng mga viral infection.
Doc, totoo ba? May bago na namang COVID strain and what is the difference to the flu-like symptom?
Yes, unfortunately, yes, there's a new COVID strain. Ang tawag dito ay Nimbus. No, variant siya ng Omicron, nung dating COVID na nakaka-infect sa atin. Malaking problema, Sam. Kasi yung mga symptoms ng COVID, parehong-pareho sa mga flu-like symptoms. Lagnat, ubo, sipon. So, minsan it's very hard to differentiate. Pag nagkaroon ka ng ganon, magpa-test ka na. May mga COVID test naman. Ngayon, usually though, and this is good news, yung mga strain ng COVID ngayon na nakaka-infect sa atin, mas mild naman yung symptoms. So, parang flu-like symptoms din. So, ang mas importante is let us try to prevent getting infected with COVID. So, aside from magmamask tayo, pag pumupunta sa mga crowded areas, we should have proper cough etiquette. Kung ako inuubo, dapat marunong ako na hindi makakahawa sa iba. Tapos, personal hygiene also and personal health. And then, of course, sinabi ko na kanina, pag nagkaroon ka ng mga ubo at lagnat, magpa-test ka na, wash your hands frequently, and just remain healthy. That will help a lot.
Doc, saan nga ba nagsisimula ang mga flu-like symptoms? And pag meron ba tayo nun, does it mean that we have a higher risk of getting the flu as well?
Well, flu-like symptoms, usually galing yan sa mga ordinary respiratory viruses na kakos ng mga common cough and cold. Ang problema pag nagkaroon tayo ng infection na gano'n, bumabagsak ang resistensya natin, our immune system ay nanghihina. So, mas malaki ang chances talaga na magkaroon tayo ng flu. Yung flu na galing talaga sa influenza virus. Ngayon, sino pa ba yung mga at risk? No? So, aside from those na nagkakaroon ng mga ordinary infection, yung mga mahihinang immune system. Very, very young, very old, those na may chronic na sakit like diabetes, HIV, yung mga ganun na mga sakit, yun ang mas prone, mga cancer, yun ang mas prone magkaroon ng mga influenzas or the flu. So yung flu, secondary yun sa influenza virus. Iba yun dun sa flu-like symptoms, ordinary cough and cold yun. So ang flu-like symptoms usually self-limited, 3-4 days fever, tapos within a week's time, mawawala na yung symptoms. Pero yung influenza, pwedeng magkaroon ng complications yon. So yung complications na pwedeng bantayan is mga bumababa dito sa respiratory tract, nagkakaroon ng mga pneumonia. Yun ang dapat natin ingatan. Tapos yung recovery nun, again, pag ordinary virus, common cough and cold, within a week's time. Self-limited. Pag influenza, depende dun sa baseline health status mo. Kaya pag meron kayong mga karamdaman na chronic, diabetes, HIV, cancer, malnourished. Yung mga patients na malnourished, very young or very old, tapos tumatagal yung mga symptoms ng more than a week, then it could be something different. Kumonsulta na po sa doktor.
And how exactly do we treat flu-like symptoms, Doc?
Okay, flu-like symptoms, yung ordinary cough and cold, very important, rest. Magpahinga po tayo. Kasi aside from magre-recover tayo na mas mabilis, pag nag-rest tayo sa bahay, nag-isolate tayo, hindi tayo makakahawa ng iba. Hydration, very important kasi madalas nade-dehydrate yung mga pasyente, hindi kumakain, hindi umiinom. Tapos para sa lagnat, pag tumataas ng more than 38.5 by thermometer ang pwedeng inumin ng pasyente yung paracetamol every 4 hours yan habang mataas yung temperatura nila. Remember that fever, hindi talaga masama yan in itself. Kasi ibig sabihin ng lagnat, lumalaban yung katawan mo sa infection. So it's a good thing.
And Doc, when exactly should we seek professional help?
Most often, yung mga flu-like symptoms, self-limited yan. Okay, so in 4 to 5 days, dapat yung lagnat nawawala na. In a week's time, dapat yung ubo at sipon is significantly nabawasan na. Pag tumagal sa more than 1 week, then baka may ibang nangyayari sa katawan. Pag nangyari yung ganon, mas maganda kumonsulta na sa doktor. Yun din yung mga sinabi ko kanina pa. Pag kunyari masyadong mabagsak yung immune system, mas maganda talaga kumonsulta na kaagad even before magkaroon ng mas malalang simptoma. Ano yung mga mas malalang simptoma na yan? Hingal. Okay? Yung flu-like symptoms kasi, usually walang hingal yan. Pag nag-umpisang hingalin ng isang pasyente, baka bumaba na no, sa lungs na. So, kailangan yon. Ang kailangan din bantayan yung suka ng suka. O kaya yung parang tulog ng tulog. Minsan pag kunyari, syempre pag may sakit ka, di ba? Parang inaantok ka, matamlay ka. Pero yung lalo na yung hindi na halos gumigising, baka hindi magandang sign yan. So mas maganda, dalhin na yan sa doktor. These are the patients, yung kanina sinabi ko na kailangan bantayan natin. Very young, very old, lahat ng may mga chronic illness or disease, yung mga buntis pala, nakalimutan kong sabihin, kailangan bantayan din. Kasi ito yung mga pwedeng magkaroon ng complications. So these are the times na kailangan dalhin na sa doktor.
And Doc, is it actually possible to avoid flu-like symptoms?
Some best way to avoid flu-like symptoms is to prevent yourself from getting infected. So, paano natin gagawin yon? Best preventive measures and very practical. Pag pupunta sa labas at crowded yung area, mag-mask po tayo. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, less ang chances na ma-infect tayo from somebody who has the virus. Number 2, pag ikaw naman yung may ubot sipon na, mag-isolate naman. Kasi hindi lang naman yung health mo ang iniisip natin, yung health ng lahat ng tao na kasama mo. Proper cough etiquette or yung pag-aaching or pag-uubo, please wag naman yung umubo na lang ng hindi tumatakip ng bibig kasi kakalat yung mga germs mo. Tapos isa pa, pag kunyari, wala akong mga infection. Tapos yung mga na-infected, umubo at umatching, tapos pumunta yung particles kunyari sa mesa. Ako na walang infection, na-touch ko yun, tapos na-touch ko yung bibig ko, pwede akong ma-infect. So, hand washing all the time. Okay, so hand washing, wear a mask, cough etiquette, sneezing etiquette, and then of course, maintain your health para hindi kayong mabilis madapuan ng mga infection.
And Doc, ano pa ba yung pwede nating gawin in terms of medication or other measures?
Right, sa mga gamot for flu-like symptoms, again, yung most common, lagnat. So for lagnat, may measure natin ang temperature using the thermometer. If more than 38.5 centigrade, you can take paracetamol. Every 4 hours yan. Isulat nyo yung lagnat nyo. Mabuti rin yan para makita natin yung trend kung bumababa na talaga siya. Pag barado ang ilong, decongestant. Pag medyo may ubo na may plema, yung mga mucolytic and mucokinetic. Again sasabihin ko sa inyo, wag pong mag-cough suppressant pag may plema kasi kailangan ilabas yung plema. Yung ubo, actually maganda yun para ilabas yung plema. So, wag cough suppressant muna. Very important, ito hindi kami magsasawa. Paulit-ulit namin sasabihin to hindi lahat ng mga lagnat, ubo at sipon kailangan ng antibiotic. Hindi po maganda yan. Magkakaroon ng bacterial antibiotic resistance. Not good, not good. Tapos pag masakit ang lalamunan, maganda minsan mag-take ng lozenge. Yung parang mini-melt sa bibig na parang candy para maginhawaan yung lalamunan ng pasyente. Mas nakakatulong po yun.
So Doc, I understand that flu-like symptoms can also be mistaken for dengue. Bakit nga ba ganun?
Kasi ang dengue uso during the rainy season. Dengue kasi transmitted through the mosquito. So mosquitoes, pag madaming tubig na nakokolekta, rainy season, naiiwan mga timba, mga paso na meron mga stagnant water, good breeding grounds for mosquitoes. So if you get infected dun sa mosquito, kinagat ka, may dengue yung virus yung mosquito na yun, pwede ka magkaroon ng dengue. Problema sa dengue, flu-like symptoms, main manifestation is lagnat. So, minsan mahirap ma-differentiate na dengue ba to? O ano ba to? Flu-like symptoms lamang. Usually ang dengue walang ubo at sipon. So, usually lagnat, sumasakit ang katawan, masakit ang ulo. Pag magkakaroon ka ng dengue and you suspect na may dengue ka, pag nagda-doubt kayo, pumunta lang sa ospital, magpa-test for dengue. Usually naman, kahit may dengue ka, the symptoms last for just a week. So, pag ganon, di pwedeng nasa bahay ka lang, di na kailangan magpa-ospital.
And Doc, kailan natin kailangan pumunta ng hospital?
Okay, for those with dengue, yung usual manifestations, kanina sinabi ko, fever, headache, sometimes yung mga body pains and aches, tapos may rash. Pero pag nagkaroon na ng parang sobrang masakit yung abdominal area, tapos parang hirap ng huminga, or even worse, nagkakaroon ng bleeding, pag nagtutoothbrush may bleeding, or minsan nakikita parang nagkakaroon ng parang pamumula sa mata, those are the times na baka complications na or going towards severe dengue. Dali na sa ospital yung mga yon. Kailangan ma-monitor sila very closely kasi ang problema sa dengue, pwedeng mag-bleed out. So ito yung mga severe dengue, yung mga dengue hemorrhagic fever, and the dengue shock syndrome. Bumabagsak yung mga blood pressure, nagsasara all the organ systems. So again, aside from the fever, pag meron mga masakit sobrang tiyan, nausea and vomiting, o kaya nagkaroon ng bleeding episodes, pumunta na kaagad sa ospital.
And Doc, how important is it for us to prevent it?
Oh, very important, Sam. Remember, yung lamok, yun yung nag-carry ng virus. So, pag ako infected with dengue, kinagat ako ng lamok, yung lamok, kinagat ka, pwede kang ma-infect. Bawasan natin yung lamok, number 1. So, sinabi ko na kanina, rainy season, madaming nakokolektang tubig kung saan-saan, sa timba, sa flower vase, sa lahat ng mga palanggana na iiwan sa labas. Wag natin pabayaan yon. Linisin natin yung surroundings natin. Tapos, sumuot tayo ng protective clothing. The mosquito is day biting. So, during the day nasa school mga bata, nasa work ang mga empleyado. And number 3, yung mga pinapahid, mga insect repellent. So, pwede tayong ma-avoid na kagatin masyado ng mga lamok. But the most important, surroundings natin. Linisin natin para walang breeding ground ang mga lamok na nagdadala ng dengue.
So Doc, does the early detection of dengue guarantee a lower risk for complications later on?
No, Sam, unfortunately not. No? Kahit maaga natin i-detect yung dengue, hindi ibig sabihin na pwede tayong mag-stop ng mga complications. So most important lesson dito talaga sa dengue, prevention. Huwag tayong magpabaya ng ating surroundings para hindi magkakaroon ng breeding grounds yung mosquitoes. Prevention is key.
So you heard it from Doc, everyone. Hindi dapat talaga binabaliwala ang dengue. Thank you so much, Doc, for sharing your time with us today. And now, before we do end our discussion, meron ka bang mga final reminders for us?
Yes, reminders. Yung mga sintomas na kailangan bantayan, lagnat, pwedeng mag-paracetamol pag more than 38.5 and above. No? Yung mga sipon, pagbarado ilong, mag-decongestant. Yung ubo, pag may plema, kailangan ng mucolytic or mucokinetic. Kung nagdududa kayo, kumonsulta sa doktor. I think that's the best that I can advise everybody.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much, Doc, for the time and for joining us here for today.
Thank you, Sam. Nice to be here. Thank you.
Sa panahon ngayon, we have to make sure that we're ready to take on flu-like illnesses para hindi ito lumala. And para mas maalala natin yung reminders ni Doc Peachy earlier, we invited our Watson's pharmacist, Diane Renlin Lopez. Welcome to the show, Diane.
Hi, Sam. I'm very much excited to be here.
So, Diane, can you share with us a part of the discussion earlier with Doc Peachy which resonated with you the most?
Napaka-informative ng discussion with Doc, especially ngayong maulan. As a Watson's pharmacist, importante din na alam natin ang common cough and cold symptoms at yung mga tamang medications to treat these conditions.
Well said, Diane. Now, dahil importante talaga ang prevention in fighting flu-like symptoms, we're going to play a game where we will be completing the contents of our flu-like symptoms support kit. Diane, are you ready?
Yes, game.
All right, so the clock starts now and I'm going to start. Paracetamol.
Lots of water.
Vitamin C.
Mucolytic.
Lozenges.
Tissue.
Alcohol.
Mask.
Ooh, time is up. Wow, we did so well and we've completed a very good kit. Thank you so much for helping us, Diane.
Thank you too, Sam. That was fun.
The most important part about managing flu-like symptoms is being ready with the right essentials. And at Watson's, you can find a comprehensive range of medicines, health and fitness equipment, vaccines, and other wellness essentials and services on the Watson's app and at our 1,100 plus stores nationwide.
For more information about medicines, supplements, and health equipment, don't hesitate to ask your Watson's pharmacist.
Proper management of flu-like symptoms involves having your fever, cough, and cold medicines within reach at home. Vicks Formula 44 coats the throat to provide lasting relief from dry cough. Tusaran Night Syrup helps provide relief for cough, clogged and runny nose, postnasal drip, sneezing, and watery eyes. Bactidol Heavy Phlegm Relief supports the management of sore throat by clearing away bacteria in the throat. Solmux Advanced contains carbocysteine and zinc that help manage cough and phlegm, as well as fight viruses. Ascof Forte sugar-free syrup is made from organically grown lagundi leaves that help relieve mild to moderate cough caused by colds, flu, and bronchitis. Duro Tuss syrup is orange-flavored and is known to help soothe cough and chest congestion. Neozep Z Plus Forte has zinc to support fast recovery from cold symptoms. Strepsils Max Pro Direct is a cherry-flavored throat spray that provides fast relief for sore throat and irritation. Get your over-the-counter medicines and other wellness essentials through the Watson's app or at 1,100 plus stores nationwide. I'm Samantha Purvor, reminding you to always make sure that you've got what you need to empower your health with love.